I want to welcome you guys to stateincometaxonline.com. This is our introductory video. What we're going to do is explain a little bit about our site and what we have to offer you guys. So there's going to be a few PowerPoint slides, and then we're going to take you to the actual site and show it to you guys. So let's get started here. So through our site, you can prepare and e-file your state income tax form very easily. The system is set up to get all the credits and deductions you guys can qualify for in whatever state you live in. No matter what state you live in, our online tax preparation service is available to you. Remember that each state has their own set of tax rules and regulations, and our service ensures your tax return will be error-free. So each state has their own tax requirements. There's not one state that's the same, so that's very important, and our system has all those regulations and laws in place for each state. Our site allows you to learn about all the credits and deductions for the state you live in. You can learn about these credits, these deductions, before you file your tax return to see if you qualify for them. Most states have lots of credits that you may not know about that will really increase your refund amount. What I mean by this is, if you haven't used our site in the past, you may have not known about some of these credits and deductions that are out there, and we ensure that you're going to get all those credits and deductions when you file your return. When you do your taxes on our site, our system runs an error check to eliminate the chances of any penalties or interest being, assigned to your tax return. So as you're doing the tax return, it's constantly running this error check, and then once you get to the end, it's going to run a final error check, which is great because it won't allow you to e-file until all those errors are cleared up. So that makes it really a reliable system when filing your taxes. State taxes can be very complex if you own a small business, if you own a Schedule C business. So I always recommend doing your taxes electronically if you do have that small business. It's really the best way to go as compared to filing your taxes by paper. And our system will walk you through all the taxes, the credits, the deductions if you have that small business, and make it a very easy process as compared to, if you've done that by paper, you probably felt a little bit overwhelmed, and this is going to really simplify it for you guys. Let's go to the site real quick. So this is the site, stateincometaxonline.com. I'm just gonna show you guys around the site just a little bit here. Now, whatever state you live in, we have 3 different ways you can get to that state. We have up top here states A through E, states F through J, states K through O, states P through T, and states U through Z. Okay, and you can also get to those states over here. And any of these, you have the drop-down menu as well. Now, I want to cover some of the main things that we do offer here. Now, this is a little bit shocking to most people that there's over 350 deductions available out there to taxpayers. So, like I said before, if you've been filing your taxes by paper, you're probably missing a lot of these deductions, because when you do it electronically, it has all these deductions built into the system, and if you qualify for them, it's going to give you that deduction right away. Scroll down here. Through the site too, you can also do an online calculation estimate to see what your refund's going to be or what your taxes owed might be, so that really helps. And you can get online tax support. And again, the error check. When you're filing your state taxes, it's going to run an error check while you're doing the taxes, and at the end you can run it anytime you want. And it will not let you e-file that return until those mistakes are cleared up, and it's going to show you step by step how to fix those mistakes, and it makes it very easy. And down here you can see all the states that we cover. So I'm just going to give you guys an example. Let's say you're an Alabama resident. Click on here. Click on Alabama. Let it load up. State of Alabama income tax. Here we have some information on Alabama. Those certain set of tax rules and regulations for Alabama individuals that are filing their Alabama tax return. And through these links you can file your tax return. So we'll click on here. And on here you have different options of what type of system you want to use as far as filing your taxes. If you want to do there's a free edition, deluxe, premier, and home and business. And you can file your federal tax return with your state return at the same time. Because how it works is when you file a state return electronically, it pulls that information from your federal return and it kind of flows into the state tax return. It populates that state tax return from the information you gave for your federal, and then it will ask you some other specific questions to that state. So it's a very good system. I highly recommend checking it out. And let's go back to the home site. Okay, so it's stateincometaxonline.com, and when you click on these states, any of these states that you live in, you may have been, let's say, in 1 year you lived in 3 different states. We're going to offer information on each one of those states, what you're required to file with that state, because as you move from state to state in a year, you're going to have some filing requirements for each state that you lived in. And that gets a little complex, but again, our system will account for that. It's going to ask you from what dates to what date you lived in a particular state, and it'll apply the certain set of rules and regulations for your taxes and what you need to file with each state. So that's a little bit about our site, our intro video. We are in the process of building a lot more videos through YouTube for stateincometaxonline.com, so I hope you check those out. We also do have some federal videos out there, and we appreciate you watching the video, and hopefully you'll watch some of the future ones. Thanks.